Howdy strangers, and welcome back to another BRM5 video. In today's video, I'm going to be using the M16A2. Now, before I continue anymore, I just want to go ahead and let you all know happy holidays. Christmas might be over, December 26th, but we still have New Year's to look forward to and a couple other holidays. But I do want to go ahead and say this now, that the M16 is a super underrated gun. I really do think that this gun is, like, incredibly good, and more people need to use it. I'm going to kind of explain why. I know a lot of people are kind of apprehensive because it is a burst weapon, and, you know, it is kind of a M16A2, you know, it's a starter gun, so it doesn't have a great stigma behind it. But this gun does 34 damage at a minimum, so it's a 3-shot min, and it shoots 3 bullets in a burst. It does take a little bit of skill to learn. I'm going to go ahead and say that there is a massive problem with the gun, is that it does take quite a bit of skill to use. But once you get it down, it is basically the old M4A1 before, like, all the nerfs. Because once you get that RPM down, you can almost make it, well, once you get the burst down, I should say. Once you get the burst down, you can almost make it seem automatic because of how fast it can fire. I thought I was going to land on top of that cabinet. I just broke my legs. Hopefully this doesn't screw me over. But yeah, having a gun with, like, an almost instantaneous 3-round burst with a 3-shot min makes this gun incredibly good in CQC. Like, seriously, this gun functions amazingly. Where is this last guy at? Ah, there. But yeah, as you can see, 5-0, kind of carrying my team a little bit here. This gun, oh man, it does do really, really well. It does take a little bit of skill, I will say. The irons aren't great. Like, I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of the irons, but for me, quite frankly, I love these irons. I think they're pretty good irons. They used to be really, really bad. Like, they were off-center, they were a little bit off, but now the devs have fixed them, so they're actually lined up correctly, so you can actually see through the irons. I don't know. I think it's good. I think the irons are good. You can also have... You can't really customize the M16A2 as much. That's why the M16A4 kind of exists, where it's basically just the exact same gun, the exact same stats, except you can put on different attachments. M16A4 is not fully automatic. I've seen a lot of people make that mistake, thinking that the M16A4 was automatic, and they would buy that with, like, some starter cash. Don't do that. It's not automatic. Okay, just don't do that. And as you can see, 7-0. This gun, in the right hands, this gun is crazily good. So a massive deterrent to the M16A2 is that you only have one other scope, which is this sight, which is like the 3x carry handle scope. I'm pretty sure its real name is like the Colt Retro Scope. I could be wrong on that one, someone might correct me. But yeah, here is a 3x scope for the M16A2. Good lord. I'm gonna take it off right away. It is not very good. If I can. Oh, I can't even take it off. I actually have to rebuild my entire gun. Oh well, it's not that hard. I can go ahead and just show you the gun real quick. So basically, my entire setup is just Summit Vertical, War Pig. And I guess here's stats time as well, because you got, as you can see, 88 damage to the head, 46 to the torso, and 34 damage to the arms and legs. So basically a 3-shot min to the arms, legs, and torso, and a 2-shot to the head. So, yeah. But you get 22 recoil out of min, so that's pretty darn good. Now, depending on how you view it, whenever you, like, click left mouse to shoot the gun, you kind of have to hold it down to get down the burst. So, like, if I just, like, tap fire here, you see I fire off 1 bullet, and if I hold down, fires the full round burst. Now, that can be seen as both an advantage and a disadvantage, because whenever you do the burst on your own, like, where you have to hold it down properly, you can kind of, like, almost make the gun automatic, like I've been saying. Sadly, I can't manage to find the right speed to make it automatic. And also, you can just kind of fire 1 bullet, but there have been people that I've seen that are like, I really just want it to be where I just tap, I fired the 3-round burst already. And I can kind of get that, but once again, it just kind of comes back to the M16A2 being a gun that takes quite a bit of skill to use. And personally, I like it being that way. Alright. But leave the last guy's flanking. Oh, I got a headshot there, dang. That was close. Alright, 3 kills though, not bad. Oh my gosh, our entire team is left. What's happening? That's sad. But yeah, the M16A2 kind of has that weird quirk with it. There's a lot of things with this gun depending on what you think of it, it can definitely change your viewpoint on this gun. Personally, I love how it functions. I think it's a really, really cool gun. But if you're not a fan of how the burst function works, then don't use this gun, you know, because the gun might be fairly powerful with a 3-round burst, you know, a 3-shot min, so you can very easily 1-burst people. But, definitely can take some getting used to, and especially with that burst, trying to figure out how fast you need to hold down for. Yeah, as you can see, it definitely does pretty good work, I gotta say. Now, if you are a person that really does not like the M16A2 with its iron sights, that is fair enough. You do you. And if you don't like the Colt Retroscope, I can't really blame you. I don't even like that myself. However, that's where the M16A4 steps in with some more customization. There we go. With its customization, you can put on pretty much any sight in the game. Yeah, you can just put on like any sight you want in the game. So just keep that in mind. If you're thinking like, hey, M16A2, I really do like it, but the sights kind of suck, that's okay. You can just grab an M16A4 and slap on any sight that you would want. So just going ahead and letting you all know that you have that option, in case you didn't know that. But the M16A4 and M16A2 function identically. They're still burst. The only difference is that the M16A4 has a lot more customization options with pretty much just sights. But you can still run pretty much everything you need with the M16A2, which is Summit Vertical and Warpig. You know, you could run other stuff as well. You don't really need Summit Vertical and Warpig to make the gun work. But I found in my experience that the less recoil on this gun is really, really good, because if you want to get those one bursts, you're definitely going to need some low recoil so you can just beam people from it, especially at a distance. Especially at a distance, you are going to want to beam some people. Now, if you are a new player to BRM5, I strongly wouldn't recommend using the M16A2. Like I said, it's definitely a difficult gun to get the hang of, and it kind of sucks that it is the starter gun of the game, because it's not the best. If I had to pick a starter gun for the game, I'd choose the AK-74 or the M4A1. Those would be my picks. But, I mean, I'm not a dev. If they want to keep the M16A2 as a starter gun, go right ahead or something like that. So, I would strongly recommend with your starter cash, just go ahead and buy an AK-74. It's like 1,000 cash. You start with 2,000, so I probably wouldn't just, you know, use an M16A2. You can if you want. Sure, do whatever you want. But, for experienced players, I would highly recommend the M16A2. It's a really, really good gun. Seriously, this gun is slept on a lot, but it definitely does take some skill to get its full potential. Once you get the hang of it and you start using it for a little bit, you'll definitely get a lot better with the M16A2, and you can kind of carry your team, because this gun is very powerful. I love how we get the full squad rolling up over here. All right, there we go. As you can see, 4-0. I didn't even realize it's already round 2. Dang. But yeah, as you can see, 4-0. This gun definitely takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you do, this gun steamrolls. Also, since the M16A2 is known as like the starter gun, it's kind of like a big way of just like taunting the enemy team, saying that you're better. So if you're a person that likes to kind of flex your skill on enemies, this is the best gun to do it with. I'm not gonna lie. The best primary, just, you know, taunt your teammates. The M16A2 has got you covered. But secondary, I choose the Macron, of course, with the dumpy mag, because that's just stupid. Anyways, 5-0, M16A2. This gun's great. I'm getting recognized for the 3rd time in this. Anyways, so it was the 3rd time I got recognized. Oh my god. Oh, okay, I don't know what I was gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna say. The guy distracted me. But yeah, I'm kind of tired. We keep getting Metro. I mean, Coast is fun, but like, this is the 3rd time we got Metro in a row. I kind of want to play a different map. Anyways, if you are someone who has brain damage or something like that, you might be wondering, what is the price of the M16A2? Oh! Oh, wait, hold up. We might be able to get an ace here. I don't want to peek down long there, like, at all, because that's just no bueno. But we have potential for an ace in this game. Okay, that's 4. Dude, I'm freaking out right now. I want to get it. Dude, if I can get an ace with the M16A2, this would be great. Yes, baby, an ace with the M16A2! Dude, this gun, I'm telling you, once you get the handle of it, boom, baby. It is glorious. This guy told me it's the best BRM5 YouTuber. Thank you so much, guys. To the 3 people who have recognized me in this recording, I love you all so much. You guys are some of the kindest people I know. Please keep being you. Trying to say before I got distracted by my ace of the M16A2. You might be wondering what the price of the M16A2 is, and to that I say you must have brain damage, because this is the starter gun in the game. So it is none. Man, I got the ace, and then I just start sucking. This is great. Alright, so M16A2. free gun. So, no cost to you to buy it. The M16A4 does cost some cash. I'm gonna go and let you know that now. It's like, I think 1,000 cash. So, yeah. Okay, he already asked me if I was recording. I said yes. Oh, he a goober. Alright, there we go. We're gonna start making a little bit of a comeback here because we're not doing too great right now. Where the boy is at? Oh, hello, sir. I've never seen that spot in my life. Bro really just took a peek with 0 bullets. What a legend.